Congratulations and felicitations.
Okay, here comes the first round.
Boom. And
Jeez, that was just
boom.
unnecessary. You kidding me? You can't be out of range? What?
Greetings and felicitations, YouTube. You're all of the Appian Way here with another replay from the Aenead Historical Mode Tournament that I participated in on my birthday. This was the finals. I made it all the way to the finals to play against Cubs. And this is Battle 2 in a best of 5. Okay, let's just go over the details here. So this is playing on my birthday. I picked Argos. My opponent picked Hippolyta in a blind pick, and I was immediately crestfallen. This is definitely one of those scenarios that I did not want this matchup.
For the second battle of the finals at Dry Bottom Lake, we'll have Jarl as Argos, fighting against Cubs as Hippolyta.
Jarl, I love you.
Yeah, I'm sorry though. I think I might need to concede this round already. I deployed a little bit spread out. I brought some regular old Argive swordsmen. Don't ask me why. I just felt that I'd be able to use them with the funds I had left remaining for light infantry. I forward deployed them into this copse of trees, but that is where my opponent deployed the majority of their army. Let's quickly go over the details of the forces. We've got one unit of horsewomen, because you're only allowed one cavalry per weight class. We've got a Amazon champion. We have a few black spears. There's currently 2 over here on the left. There's also a pair of huntresses, and there's 3 Aristobacoi because of the general's bodyguard. There's also a pair of shielded stone slingers and 3 Andromacoi here. Now then, for my forces, I already mentioned my 2 Argive swordsmen. The rest of my light infantry are a pair of club warriors. I could have brought 3 club warriors and 1 less Argive swordsman, but I just didn't like the way the funds dashed out in that scenario. I also deployed the rest of my forces over here in hidden deployment, which is 3 Argive swordmasters. Because yes, Hippolyta can have 3 Aristobacoi. I'm going to have 3 Argive swordmasters, along with a warlord mentor for hero, my opponent using the fighter ravager. Out in the open, I deployed a little bit spread out 4 armored spearmen. I wanted to cover a wide area between the 2 mud pits and my reinforced chariot, because I kind of felt I needed the chariot to help me deal with the threat of black spears and Andromacoi. Now, I also know I'm probably going to need that chariot to help me deal with the Amazon champions, but chiefly, that's what I've spent 4,400 funds of my army for. These armored spearmen out in the open, in the field, are there to try and help me deal with the Amazon champion, because regardless of how good the Amazon champion is, it is still a heavy chariot, and I know I can buy it with a lot of heavy infantry. So I fell back with my Argive swordsmen because I didn't want to get them caught right away, and I managed to stay sneaky with them just enough that they were not immediately discovered. Now there are still a good number of forces here trying to secure their way through, and now we can see each other because I moved up my medium swords, and now I'm going to go ahead and charge in with my club warriors. 1 XP chevrons each on each one, and here comes the huntresses. They were thinking about trying to hit my armored spearmen. I gave new orders to them. I felt like maybe I could use them over here, but that's not going to stick because here comes the Amazon champions, and I am going to react to this. You'll note I already took off all of the shields on my swordsmen, my spearmen, and I am now diverting them over here so that I can kind of protect my flank from these Amazon champions. Now, I am getting outflanked by horsewomen, and I've been dishing out javelins from the club warriors, chasing them down, and just trying to cause as much punishment as I can. So my club warriors are almost out of ammo. My Argive swordsmen are also part of this chase, just kind of using all my light infantry to push that horsewoman away from my forces. The Andromacoi make the first charge against the Argive swordmasters, and this is actually a fight that I'm going to love. My swordmasters are going to do just fine. Okay, so as you can see, the Amazon champions, they fell back. I am dealing with some javelins and stuff and such here, so I actually turned my shields back on with this. Did I? Wait, no, their shields are still on their back. So yeah, I actually am kind of getting a little bit shot up, but I'd rather them shoot my my armored spearmen anyway. And look, the Amazon champions decide they're going to go ahead and take this, and I'm perfectly happy and willing to sacrifice heavy infantry into this ridiculous Amazon champion. I'm actually going to get a double heavy infantry involvement in here with that 1 chariot unit that pulled through. And now I'm going to get my reinforced chariots in here, and I'm just going to plow on into this. Look at the damage already being done to the Amazon champions. That's going to handle them very efficiently. And I was able to get some of my heavy spearmen in here to clean this flank, and then I got even more lucky with the death of the Fighter Ravager hero. I did get my hero back out of this engagement. I've pulled my light infantry around the flank now. I'm going to hopefully get into the backfield, tear up the enemy. Look at the damage caused to the Huntresses by my armored spearmen. And there goes the Amazon champions. I'm going to go ahead and chase my reinforced chariots. My chariots are not going to contribute much here anyway because it's all in the trees. I'll just go ahead and use what's left of my armored spearmen to deal with this Arista McCoy. One of them is, very, very injured. As you can see here, though, the horsewomen trying to rear charge my club warriors. I activate Seize the Moment, giving them minus 50% melee defense, and they're now in the scrubs. This is a unit with Strider, but for some reason they really do get impacted by speed penalties in the trees anyway, and in the mud, I've noticed. Maybe not speed. It looks like speed actually is doing just fine. But as you can see here, my Arc of Swordmasters are doing just fine. Again, I do think it's a mistake that they have this trait, but the Arc of Swordmasters, they have a bonus versus large of 10 points, and I don't know why. They're not a spear unit, they are a sword unit. Very proud of my unit of armored spearmen here, still holding on, and you can see the number of routing forces all around. This is a battle that had a lot going on in a very short amount of time. You can see where I had outmaneuvered my enemy, outflanked him in a lot of instances. I played Argos to the best of my ability in this scenario, and against a very, very strong faction for historical mode. Hippolyta's Amazons are a force to be reckoned with. Here comes a rear charge from my armored spearmen into the Aristocrat. They turned around. They met the charge, but now they're outflanked again. That'll work out just fine for me. The Shielded Stone Slinger is pretty much inactive. My opponent saw the writing on the wall, and they're just kind of letting the battle wrap up. Or they are shooting my Arc of Swordsmen, who do get a quick little charge on the horsemen. They shatter. That's it. That is game.
Bonus versus large on Arc of Swordmasters. I hate it, but I love it.
Alright, that's a GG.
Woo! That was,
Swordmasters are the best units.
that one had me nervous, I have to admit. That made me really nervous. Good game.
Really GG, yeah.
I'll be honest, Jarl, you have to be this is about to be proud of because you took on Amazon champions.
I had a plan for him, and I got lucky.
Jarl, you are an artist with Argos.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I seriously thought picking into Hippolyta that I was doomed.
We all do.
Swordmasters, look how beautiful.
A fun fight, and this put us in our best of 5 at 1 win apiece because I lost the first round. This round I won. I didn't expect to win this, but I did get lucky. Note that my opponent actually outnumbered me with the number of units brought in this battle, but because of how I played it and because of how coy I was with my light infantry in particular, I was able to push away Hippolyta's Amazon's cavalry and outflank my enemy on the right while defeating the chariots on the left, and a lucky draw with my Arc of Swordsmen against the Arista McCoy, one of them actually managing to kill the general, has a huge impact on the morale. So I was outnumbered in number of units, outnumbered in number of entities, still managed to do the better job here. Looking now for the MVP of the battle. It might actually end up being one of the heavy spears because of how they helped me deal with the Amazon champions, but maybe not. Looks like the Arc of Swordmasters here with 135 kills gained some XP, and they were at 1579. Was the best showing for my army, and I don't think there was anybody who came close to that showing on Hippolyta's Amazon side. Yes, that is correct. So the MVP is the Arc of Swordmasters with 17,000 damage, 135 kills, making them the kill MVP as well. No, I'm sorry. This Armored Spearman did more kills, but did not out-damage the Arc of Swordmaster. What a fun fight. What a fun series. I'm going to go ahead and tell you now, I lost the next straight 2 fights. I picked Hippolyta's Amazons in my 3rd battle, and I completely forgot a good chunk of my Black Spears. and I just ended up getting completely overwhelmed by Hector of Troy. That battle didn't go so well for me. So at 2-1 with the odds against me in the final match, I'm Cubs pulled it away, making it a 3-1 series. But both Game 1 and Game 4 I felt were a lot closer than it looked. They were battles that could have gone either way. Battle 1, I lost my hero early, and I ended up losing that match as a result. Battle 4, though, I played as Phthia against Memnon. And even though I had some huge advantages early on into that battle, his forces outlasted the Phthian troops, which shocked me. I thought for sure I could count on Myrmidons and renowned Phthian spears to carry the day. Just didn't happen for me. It was just, hey, sometimes it plays out like that. Anyway, that's it for me today. Ta-ta. I love you all. See you guys in the next video. If you want to see more replays from the tournament, let me know. I have access to all of them, and I can bring them your way, or we can start thinking about the next big thing. All right. Ta-ta. Have a good one.